Hey, this is GatorX, and I have with me a bunch of, I guess you would say, retro cards. These are actually my brother's cards, two of them, and they said that I could just have any of their Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards for, my collection or whatever I want. I'm going to keep them separately, though, but I figured before I kind of put them away in another box here to, keep them safe, make sure they at least stay where somebody knows where they are, I figured let's go ahead and just check them out. So we've got two boxes, or, one of these boxes each, and then one of these little binders that have, obviously been seen better days. But let's go ahead and take a look at, just some of the cards in here. So we have probably a bunch of cards from probably Black and White into XY era. I don't think that many of the rare stuff was like in these piles, and obviously I'm not gonna like name everything off. Maybe we'll talk about interesting stuff. Look, a Delta Nidoqueen, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it looks like it is mostly that. Some Gen 4 stuff. Yeah, because there's a Heart Gold Soul Silver one. So yeah, it looks like it's mostly Gen 4 to Gen 5, a little bit of, oh, that's a beat up Smeargle. A little bit of Gen 6, though I think mostly we're gonna fall into that Gen 5-ish. Oh cool, Croconaws, reverse Croconaws. Yes, they would definitely want me to have these. That is for sure. Hell yeah, and some old stuff too. Gosh, the e-reader cards with all the ones on the sides. Yeah, it's that, like, I definitely remember a bunch of these from, just at least seeing everyone's collections here and there. We got just some energy here. Again, this looks like Celos Network. Looks like this box was, just kind of a storage one. And of course all the important cards. Or I think the decks are somewhere else. I can't really find those. But it is just really cool seeing a bunch of these cards. Just kind of like, that flashback there. Yeah, like I said, definitely remember seeing a bunch of those. And yeah, that was a skitty at the very end. Okay, interesting little first. Oh wait, no, that's right. There was a second half of that same box. But yeah, we got a cool Sandiles. Again, I'm sure they would want me to have those. But yeah, we had obviously been into Pokemon for a while. Ooh, that's a Holo Pachirisu. And I think that, yeah, it was really kind of Gen 5-ish going into Gen 6 that we were getting most into it. You're, just buying most cards, or not just buying cards, but getting cards, receiving cards here and there. And even then, that's also when we started going to a Pokemon League every so often. Maybe that's probably worth like a full-on video discussion at some point, just kind of like Pokemon Leagues in generals. But basically, it's like, where you could play Pokemon with other people and earn league points or get like other cool little things. The one we went to was very much so. What is this? Oh, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card in there. But the one we went to was very much like, oh gosh, what set was that from? Oh, why am I not remembering the set where it's like it's one of the special ones from Gen 5 where they did like really crazy, where they did some really crazy rarities like that. And cool, that is a holo also. But yeah, it was just like super fun, super casual. So that was definitely the time when we had some of the most cards with us, or just in our possession. And it's kind of like interesting that these are all still around. So here's the next box for even more. Again, we're gonna be, I guess, casual in this, and we'll go in the binders. The binders are gonna have like not like the rarest stuff, but I guess more the favorite cards. Hey, there's a Tepig. I think oh, what was that? Halloween. I think that was like mostly just giveaway or like, some kind of promo thing. But yeah, no, sheesh, we're even seeing like some Gen 3 stuff that was like, that's in here. But yeah, it was Gen 5. I think Gen 5 was when I first started. Oh, is this I think this is from one of the decks, right? One of the kind of starter decks that you could get. I think that's kind of when we kind of started trying to actually build, decks and actually play instead of just buying a bunch. Oh yeah, Blastoise. Yeah, I believe this is from the main cards from the decks, because I think that was like the holo pattern that was used in them. Oh gosh, this Pachirisu. This is actually a really good, like, looking back, I ended up like seeing like actual competitive stuff, and I saw like, oh yeah, this was actually like really good. That was a really good Pachirisu in that day. That's a Holo Golurk, and yeah, look, gosh, there's a Stunfisk with the same kind of, yeah, I forget that set, but it's one of those funny special sets. During this time, I was playing Zekrom, because yeah, that was one of the decks that I actually built, or I think the only actual kind of deck that I built and played around with. Though, obviously didn't go super far or anything with it. It was mostly just the time when I was like, oh, let me start to learn more about like actual competitive kind of trading card games and actually learn to play. I don't think, you know, my brothers, because I'm the oldest out of them. Another Sandel, yeah. So I don't think they had like, you know, actual full kind of competitive decks, but it, you know, they were getting into it again with all the, you know, all the other people or all the other, you know, kids, right? Because we were all kids with you know, black and white era, and that, it looks like that's it for the boxes. So now I guess we're gonna go ahead and move on to the little binders here. And yeah, as you can see, when you know, being kids, it's like, oh, put all your favorite cards in the binder. But yeah, the cover has just been torn off of this one. I think I'd like to eventually just, you know, while I have these, maybe I'll put these in better binders for them, just if they ever want them back or anything. So yeah, Jirachi here. And again, you know, binders was all like favorite kind of Pokemon. Clefairy, gosh, yeah, that's a holo Clefairy from that set. Again, not a first edition one, but also even the one of the Topps cards. That's cool. Looks like we got some Espeons here. Dragonites. It's a holo Dragonite. Oh, and this was one of the promo Dragonites, which this one's an interesting story. Just once we ended up like at some collector show. It was mostly like all baseball cards, but somebody had like some of the Pokemon ones, which are the promos from the movie, and I ended up getting some, so I have this Dragonite also. But Dragonite, that's a favorite of one of my brothers. And of course, yeah, as you can see, there's a dragon there, Dratini too, and the really old Dratini from Rocket. Erica's Bellsprout there. Altaria is another favorite. Yeah, again, you know, back when the binders were all like, ah, yes, these are my favorite kind of Pokemon. Oh, that's a holo, yeah, that's a holo Darkrai and a holo Tyranitar. Yeah, those are actual, yeah, and that Luxray is a holo, that Ampharos is a holo. Ampharos, another favorite that I remember for sure. Cynthia's Garchomps, level X. Yeah, again, just, you know, some really cool cards, and we're not seeing like, you know, much of like synergy there, but again, you know, just that's what collecting is all about, having your favorites. So this one here, it's a different brother. This is Keldeo EX. Actually really cool, you know, that ended up getting a Keldeo EX, you know. Oh, this is a promo one. Okay, so a little easier to come by. Reshiram, oh gosh, that's a nice Reshiram full art. I think that is from the same set around that time. Meloetta EX. Yeah, the art on some of these older like Gen 5 cards is just so good. So good. More Meloetta. Yeah, looks like we're seeing some favorites here. Vaporeon, Glaceon. These are the, yeah, when they were doing the platinum ones. More Vaporeon. Light Vaporeon. That's such a good art there. Misty Psyduck, Blaine's Vulpix, Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Nidorina, Eevee. This one's a lot more of the retro cards. That's a holo Hitmonlee. And this Vulpix, which by the way, this Vulpix is a misprint. As you can see, it actually says HP and then the number, when all the cards back in that day had the number first and then HP. I think they switched over, you know, here and there. Mew promo, Frostlass GL, that one's a holo. Nice. Some reverse supporters, MC's Chatter, Cheerleaders Cheer. Gothitelle holo, Mismagius. Ninetales, Delcatty. Lopunny, Gallade. Audino, Minchino. And our energy, I guess. Another Keldeo, Shaman, Altaria. And look, more Yu-Gi-Oh! But hey, that was a fun trip down memory lane. Of course, you know, I actually got like a bunch more to say about this. I probably have my old cards somewhere separated from my newer cards, so maybe that's something I'll do another like kind of collection video about. But hey, I just wanted to show these off and again share these. If you have any memories, if you had any cards from this era, let me know. And hey, let me know which of these cards that we looked at today was your favorite. Interesting little video because, you know, I'm not going to be opening a whole lot of cards at the moment. You know, maybe some stuff here and there, but I'll be coming up with some other content here on the channel. So if you'd like to see that, remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Anyway, this is GatorX. I'll catch you all later.